Philippines has 149 cities, including urbanized areas composed of dense populations and large infrastructure. When waste is not managed properly, they leak to connected waterways such as estuaries, creeks, and bays that become a breeding ground for diseases that spread to households close together.
Ang Lapasan kasi is nagiging basin ng mga basura galing sa hinterlands. Kasi yung drainage na ito is galing doon sa mga matataas na lugar na mga barangay. Saka ito ang pinakamalapit sa dagat. Kaya ang nangyayari tuwing may mga pagbaha, may bagyo, dito na accumulate lahat ang mga basura galing doon sa ibang barangay.
The problem is due to minimal waste management facilities and resources, and gaps in policies. National law mandates the establishment and operationalization of materials recovery facilities or MRFs, but not every barangay can afford to acquire or maintain one, nor do they have the space for it to fit.
Dati, magulo at marumi ang Barangay 22. Yung basura dati nandyan lang sa tabi ng kalsada nakalagay kay mabaho ang basura kasi noong una walang MRF ang Barangay 22.
There are also gaps in communicating and educating the public and leaders on the necessity of proper waste management and the means to execute it. Solutions came in the form of baselining studies, information education and communication campaigns, as well as capacity building sessions that would guide communities in properly sorting waste, as well as developing and implementing solid waste management action plans.
Ako bilang nagsimula sa EMPO, wala talaga akong alam. Doon sa pag-training namin, marami akong natutunan. Marami akong natutunan na ini-apply ko dito sa amin, katulad yung pagsisegregate, yung tamang pamamahala ng basura. Kasi ang tao dito katwiran, wala na raw pagbabago. Sabi ko, dahil na narinig ko nga sa training namin na may pagbabago. Kasi ang problema ng basura nanggaling din sa tao. Kaya yung solution sa basura, manggagaling dito sa tao.
The informal waste workers and households play an important role as change makers in their own neighborhoods. With the lessons they obtained from the training, informal waste workers gained opportunities to be part of decision-making and community mobilization activities.
Mas naging regular ito, mas nagkaroon sila ng disiplina, hindi lang basta itatapon kung saan-saan. We started as a community member. Nang maimbitahan kami, nagkaroon kami ng ibang pananaw. And then nagtino sa aming isipan at sa puso ito'y bumaba at ikinikilos po namin ngayon.
Partnering with small businesses such as sari-sari stores, junk shops, and waste collection cooperatives who provide refill stations, waste collection and recycling services also helped in addressing the gaps in solid waste management.
Yung nire-refill namin po na product ay 4 na klase po. May laundry detergent, may Junrox po, fabric conditioner at saka yung pan-laundry po. Una-una, nabawasan yung basura. Ang mga bottle na basura is napupulot namin, hinuhugasan namin. Isa din yun po nakakabawas sa basura. Medyo maaliwalas naman yung tingnan yung mga kalsada at wala yung mga bottle na mga basura.
Dapat po magkaroon ng kaalaman ng bawat junction para makiisa sa ating pamayanan kung ano man po ang nakakasakop sa atin para makatulong tayo sa ating barangay kung paano ma-manage ang ating mga basura upang mailagay sa tamang kalalagyan at madala sa dump site po.
For these solutions to scale, policy support for local government units was equally critical in strengthening their waste management systems. The remaining challenge is ensuring that they sustain both the solutions and the lessons gained from the training so they can continue addressing waste management issues effectively.
Yung dating hindi namin isinasama na mga na dapat hindi namin, ginagawa namin, ipinapasok namin sa plano namin. Dito kami natuto ng 3-year plan, dito kami gumawa ng mga accomplishment report pagdating sa ng WWF. Nagiging katuwang namin sila.
What we can do with our office is that we will continue the IEC and the awareness for the people. Most of the people here are not locals na. They are mixed with international and domestic na mga tourists. Every year, they come and go. And every year then, we will do the IEC so that we can continue with the programs that were given to us.
At the end of the day, what the communities gained most from the projects was in-depth guidance through trainings, policy work, and action planning, as well as bolstered equipment and facilities as a starting point for a cleaner, pollution-free environment.
Nakita ko na hindi lang pala dapat alam. Hindi lang pala dapat nasa isip. Dapat pala isinasa puso yung pagsasegregate natin. Dapat pala hindi lang ito knowledge, hindi lang ito learning, it should be an advocacy. Kailangan maisip natin at maisapuso natin ang basura malang. Bakit? Kasi ito ang magsisira ng kalikasan o ito ang magpapabuti sa kalikasan. Hindi lang ako, hindi lang yung mga non-government organization, hindi lang ang gobyerno. Ang bawat isa ay may obligasyon at responsibilidad upang ang kalikasan at ang kinabukasan ng mga susunod na generation ay maging mas mabuti pa kaysa sa ngayon.
Nature connects us all, from our islands and coastal communities to our growing towns and cities. And so does the responsibility to manage our waste. Plastic pollution does not recognize boundaries. What is thrown away in one place can impact rivers, oceans, livelihoods, and wildlife elsewhere. That is why waste management must be a collective effort. Through shared responsibility, community action, and sustainable solutions, we can reduce waste leakage, protect biodiversity, and build a future where both people and nature thrive. Together, it is possible, and together, we can move closer to a world with no plastics in nature.